day that I might slide. You may call it a pass, I call it hauling my ass through that patch of grass over them railroad tracks. Oh, them railroad tracks, them old railroad tracks, them good old notorious, so well-known tracks. So let's go back, follow the yellow brick road as we go on another episode. Journey with me as I take it through this nifty little place that I once used to call home, sweet home. Come on, let's go back, follow the yellow brick road as we go on another episode. Journey with me as I take it through this nifty little place that I once used to call home, sweet home. I home, the street so much they call me a drifter. Sometimes I'd stick up a thumb just to hitchhike, just to get picked up, to get me a lift up. 8 Mile and Van Dyke, or still a damn bike from somebody's backyard. Drop it off at the park, that was the halfway mark. To me, Kim had to walk back to her mama's on Chalmers after dark to sneak me in the house when I'm kicked out my mom's. That's about the time I first met Proof with Goofy Gary on the steps at Osborne, handing out some flyers. We was doing some talent shows at Centerline High. I told him to stop by and check us out sometime. He looked at me like I'm out my mind, shook his head like white boys don't know how to rhyme. I spit out a line and rhyme birthday with first place, and we both had the same rhymes that sound alike. We was on the same that Big Daddy Kane, but compound syllable sound combined. From that day we was down the ride. Somehow we knew we'd meet again somewhere down the line. So let's go back, follow the yellow brick road as we go on another episode. Journey with me as I take it through this nifty little place that I once used to call home, sweet home. Come on, let's go back, follow the yellow brick road as we go on another episode. Journey with me as I take it through this nifty little place that I once used to call home, sweet home. My first year in 9th grade, can't forget that day at school. It was cool till your man MC Shan came through and said that Puma's the brand, cause the clan makes troops. It was rumors, but man, damn, they flew. Must have been true because man, we done banned they shoes. I had the new ones, the Cool J, Iceland Sway too, but we just threw them in the trash like the yesterday's news. Guess who came through next? X-Clan debuted. Professor X and Glorious exists in a state of red, black, and green with a key. Sissies. Now with this being a new trend, we don't fit in. Crackers is out with cactus albums. Blackness is in. African symbols and medallions represent black power, and we ain't know what it meant. Me and my man Howard and Butter would go to the mall with them all over our necks like we're showing them off. Not knowing at all we was being laughed at. You ain't even half black, you ain't supposed to have that. Homie, let me grab that. And that Flavor Flav clock, we gon' have to snatch that. All I remember is meeting back at Maddox's basement, saying how we hate this, how racist, but dope, the X-Clans take this. Which reminds me, back in 89, me and Kim broke up for the first time. She was trying to two-time me, and there was this black girl at our school who thought I was cool cause I rapped, so she was kinda eyeing me. And oh, the irony, guess what her name was? Ain't even gonna say it. Plus, the same color hair as hers was, and blue contacts, and a pair of jugs. The bomb is goddamn girl in our whole school. If I could pull it, not only would I become more popular, but I would be able to piss Kim off at the same time. But it backfired. I was supposed to dump her, but she dumped me for this black guy, and that's the last I ever seen or heard or spoke to the old foolish pride girl. But I've heard people say they heard the tape, and it ain't that bad, but it was. I singled out a whole race, and for that I apologize. I was wrong, cause no matter what color a girl is, she's still a soul. Let's go back, follow the yellow brick road. Kill confirmed. Journey with me as we take it through this nifty little place. Home, sweet home. Let's go back, follow the yellow brick road as we go on another episode.
Changing my come on me.
Sentry gun deployed. Kill confirmed. Swarm ready. Swarm activated.
Changing.
Friendly swarm activated. Our sentry gun.
Reloading. Come on me.
Kill confirmed.
This is all fun to side though. Me and Mariah didn't end on a high note. But that other dude, that pussy got him rooted. Tried to tell him he got his juice. Almost got my caboose kicked. Full quit, you not gonna do shit. I got my balls off too before I lost to you, Nick.
Enigma, cover me!
I got scratched, so my pocket's full when I'm taking
Sentry gun ready.
every chance that I got to do this. Stacking my guap, savage, I'm not
Our
so
sentry
like a
gun
handgun, you could say I'm like a gat when it's cocked. I keep it up. Your ass will get shot. Rap with the ass, you will block. Yeah, you're strapped when you're
Changing
not.
my-
Only
come on.
cap that you pop is the top on the can of your pop. You the man till I pop your top. You ain't jacking a box. And I ain't talking a hamburger spot. Cracking with a barrel on
Our
the
sentry gun
and
destroyed.
rest in peace to Afeni. Anderson Pop, you sent me that plaque with his rhyme sheet. Broke down a million in a month. Call it Brewster's Million. I reached the finish. From soldier to civilian. Got everything I need, but I don't even see myself in the future. Feeling only from the booster. Call me the ruthless villain. They're telling me sky's the limit. So I got my head in the clouds. Unicorn and human forms on gift horse. Look them dead in the mouth. And Lord, good looking now. For sending me Edna and Charles whenever mom kicked me out of the house. They were the bond and the shit in the house. All the times that I hated myself. Since 11 and 12. Only way that I knew how to better myself was when I'm bet against by everyone else. So Joe hit the head on the nail. You ain't seen God till you're staring down a barrel. I was gun shy, but there's a like contagiousness to this tirade. It just might make you sick, so I rate with this. My brain is just like a fucking fried egg. It's my mind scrambled cause I'm lit. Narrow-minded, but go through such a wide range of its emotion that my rage has gotta squeeze through it sideways. I just pulled up in Clive Davis's driveway with his personal memoir saying he's pie waving a 9A picket sign, egging his ride, making him cry rape, then arrive naked and drive straight through the gay pride parade. Yeah, yippee-ki-yay, cause here I wait. Did the world just pee on my leg? And should I take it as a sign maybe to take him back in the time? I stuck out like a sore thumb, so I gave him the finger to take the attention away from my stinking face it was bringing. Changed the whole complexion of the game, but just in case you was thinking, an inkling of replacing the kingpin and crazy you're wasting your inkling. So if this is any indication of what you may be facing, you better make a distinction, cause your fake imitations are leaving a bad taste. Fuck making a bad impression, that's the worst impersonation I've ever seen. And who raps nasally, eyes hazily, rhymes crazily, but sounds like he names I'm flow nasally speaking. Kinda stupid question is that? Hey, Mrs. Abraham Lincoln, other than your husband's fucking brains that were leaking, how'd you think that play was this weekend? You ain't the real Slim Shady, sit your ass down, faggot. See me on a ballot, I'm running for class clown, rich Democrat bitch, so I'm just a candidate to come fuck up the whole party. Me and Flip Mode starting a campaign to have every canvas on a fucking rampage. Act my goddamn age, I am hate. So let's get smashed and wake up the next day with the room crash. Covered in band-aids, glass ashtray smash, champagne splashed on the lampshades. But this ain't up for debate, this is undebatable. Shady publicity, don't take it back to the days of old, the sway and tech radio. When I was taking so much noodles and LSD, I almost fell asleep on the wake-up show. Fuck you telling me, fools, I was ripping shots, breaking elephant jewels, and Penelope Cruz was still developing booze. Me and Bob put it down like a sick cat, fucking with bets, dog, fucking internet bloggers. I still go to my I'm in on everything, I'm an expert on everything, everything sucks, play this song. Guess I hopped out your freaking laptop, you idiot prick with Biggie and kicked the living shit out you. I'm dead wrong. Son of God, I'm a sog like a wet log. Boys never get clogged. I'm so full of self-esteem that I sweat fog. Yes, yes, y'all. Steady on the left, y'all. Step off or you get stepped on. Dog. Got us from looking like a fucking lead. Never see you get so green as a chia pet. I can see that you're visibly upset, dog. Alert, alert, girl, alert. Once you enter in my house of pain, you're in a world to hurt. So jump around, keep that ass shaking. Jump around, hit you with a fan favorite. But if you too fly for coach, better get them arms and freaking hands flailing and jump like Van Halen and pray for a damn tailwind. More afraid of success than I am failure. So what does that tell you? Then on a grand scale, I don't give a fuck about nothing like Stan mailing his last piece of fan mail before he ran straight into the damn railing. Chill, man, chill. There they go, back in stadiums, the shady once they go, macadamia, they go, so
EMP systems
we can make them look
incoming.
like bozos. He's wondering if he should spit this slow. Fuck no, go for broke, his cup just runneth over, oh no. He ain't had him a bus like this since the last patiently, but Pinocchio, the punk is nose. Back into the game, and they know rap will never be the same as before. Bashing in the brains of these songs, establishing the name as he goes. The passion and the flame is ignited. You can't put it out once we light it. This shit is exactly what I'm talking about when we ride it. You dealing with these two villains who stand inside of the bullshit. Payback with a fuck up for the way that you got me.
Sentry gun ready to
your mouth space so loud that it shakes the place.
Sentry gun deployed.
I'm gonna let this song just in case you're thinking of saving face. You're gonna have no place to save us.
Changing my-
This place so Drake.
Victims incoming.
And you got juice, little young, and you're bugging. You ain't never even been charging connection with battery, bitch. You ain't plugged into nothing. Rap guys with lyrical bullets. You gas cock your problem.
UAV online.
This has not to do with muscular. One has guns for sure. You better put a strap on. Other words, you're gonna roll up with your gang. You gonna need a
Swarm ready.
This bar is over your head, so you
Swarm
better
activated.
have arms if you're gonna pull up. Oh, you run the streets, huh? Now you wanna come and talk to me, huh? This little
Stealth
cat's up to me,
chopper
must be
inbound.
feeling himself. Wants to keep off the stuff to me, team up with Nina, but next time you don't have to if you don't come with me with a submachine gun. And I'm talking to you, but you already know who the fuck you are, Kelly. I don't use sublims, and sure as fuck don't cheat this. But keep commenting on my daughter, Haley. I keep on telling motherfuckers, but just in case you forgot, really, you need jaw memory, jaws like strawberry. I respawn, really, but the time's ready, but the sound off like a fucking cock to me, block to me. God, let me put a fucking silence on this little non-threatening blonde, very cornball, taking shots at me. Not ready, fool, break yourself like my city crew. Obviously, I'm not kidding. You can get it poppin' like red and brown. Only time you ever say I lost, you'll be talking about Betty Bob, better call Diddy. Just to try to get me off, and you better hope I don't fall trick. This shit don't fly. Don't you respect on G's, RP prodigy. So drink my soul in and told him the moment he saw me that I
Kill
was the most
confirmed.
hated, though made it so that there's no shame, it's okay to own it, 'cause life is taking over, devil days are over. Harvey Weinstein, the best from hanging over. My code name is Groper, I roll play with lotion. I fucked on the world and I broke away the Trojan. All later holes in with homemade explosives. I blow 80 holes in you, don't make me go in. I OJ the flows and I'm in so the injury rolling. Praying monks when I phone it and throw it. They go there choking.
Changing my- come on, me.
Double let's own it, 'cause when I poke it, I'm sticking that shit on the road. Fucking these syllables, I let them look at my genitals. I'm a fucking invincible, indefensible, despicable, typical brick, a little bit unpredictable. I spit the formidable, but you bitch fucking with the original. I consider me a nickel, a dinner. But not us, the only thing we have in common is I'm a dick and you suck. One has nothing to do with the skunk bug soldier, tongue rub shoulder, 1 month old, a sponge mug folder, none rug, host a lug, nut, coast a long jug, roast a young thug, post a unplugged toast. That's how much we have in common. Yeah. She's tipsy, I'm sober, so she gets a chip on her shoulder. Sits on the sofa, I go to load a slick brick song, or throw some soul, some mischief on. She goes all that old school hip hop is over. Think that shit's got pneumonia. I told the bitch, now just hold up. That's why rap needs a doctor. My genre's lymph nodes are swollen up. It's time to check if the strap or some tonsillitis. It's like what they swab you with when your throat hurts. That's why tribe is so vital. We need Q-tip for the culture. Beat it up a little, you ain't dealing with a fucking featherweight. I used to medicate until I get a fucking bellyache, and now I'm finna step on the pedal. Don't wanna ever break, I wanna accelerate to a level that I can elevate. The minute with the pen, I'll make the motherfucker detonator. Wanna make it acapella. Wait, I gotta set a date with the devil and celebrate together. We can renovate and redevelop hella weights, and I'ma get a special place. Now, take a ride with me, hop into my time machine. I'ma take the driver's seat as I thrust into hyperspeed like I'm a meteorite. And motherfucker, fucking meteorite and the behind. I'm a human encyclopedia. I must be like pipe crust because I was bred to rise like I was yeast. And you're never gonna reach these heights, they're just too high to reach it. I ain't even reached my fucking highest. You better pick another game, try hide and seek. And you might wanna decide to cheat, cause you gotta open your eyes to peek. Am I indeed the last of a dying breed? Even if you fire breathe, ain't shit you can say to inspire heat. If you wrapped your entire meat, kind of in a dryer sheet. And I'm back to rule the kingdom of fucking better not use me. It's just topic, anything agrees.
Reloading it. Come on,
Keep
me.
it 100, two things shouldn't be your themes of discussion. The queen and her husband, last thing
Kill
you're gonna wanna
confirmed.
be is our subjects. Yeah. I'm about to break you down. Ain't no mistakes allowed, but make no mistake, I'm about to break the alphabet. I made some brows, if I text labels, I'm savage, but ain't thinking about no bank account. But bitch, I'm off the chain like Taylor Brown. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up when you talking. Look, bitch, I'm sorry. Wait, what's your talent? Oh, critique it.
Kill confirmed.
Have an opinion of you. You mention me, millions of views, attention.
Hostile sentry gun spotted.
Recovery come on me. So, think of bang, you ain't educate, niggas say, close and imitate Little Wayne. Not the name of everybody. I'm fed up with being humble, and rumor is I'm hungry. I'm sure you heard rumblings. I heard you wanna rumble, like an empty stomach. I heard you mumbling, but it's jumbled and more trouble. The air is on the phone, that's what it's about.
Reloading it. Come on.
Number two is up on you if you ain't joiner. If you ain't Kendrick or Cole or Jordan. I'm about to bring it to anyone in this bitch wanted. I guess when you walk in the BK, you expect a robber. You can order a quarter pounder when you go to McDonald's, but if you're looking to get a porterhouse, you better go get revival. But y'all act up. The vocal should have been auto-tuning, you would have bought it. But saying I no longer got it 'cause you missed a lot of different parties.
Hostile stealth chopper inbound.
Come on. Mentally retarded, but pretend to be the smartest.
Hostile sentry gun in your AO. Kill confirmed.
Like a fucking alcoholic with a bottle full of more liquor, but a hood and bottle that didn't even
Be advised, hostile sentry gun spotted.
I don't see why y'all leave
Kill confirmed.
ceasefire to the east, all to the east. I'm east.
Sentry gun ready for deployment.
Enemy sentry gun has been destroyed.
Oh man,
Sentry gun deployed.
it's a thing, ain't even orange. Oh my god, that's a reach. Shelter on my colorblind. Y'all, if you call it fire, it's a green aquamarine. Dog does a date, looks like an olive to me. Look, there's an apple. Number side, it's a peach. Dang, Charlemagne.
Kill confirmed.
Doesn't matter what I say, give me dumpy on the day. I'm gonna say everything. Welcome to the slaughterhouse, bitch. Yeah. Fight 'em in like I want a day. I'm not done. 'Cause I feel like the beast of burden. That line in the sand, was it even worth it? 'Cause the way I see people turning, making it seem worthless. It's starting to defeat the purpose. I'm watching my fan base shrink to thirds, and I was just trying to do the right thing. But word has the court of public opinion reached a verdict. But still yet to be determined, 'cause I'm determined to be me. Critique the worship, but if I could go back, I'd at least reword it. Instead, empathize with the people, this evil serpent sold a dream to that he's deserted. But I think it's worse than this verse. I'm making him a wee bit nervous, and he's too scared to answer me with words, 'cause he knows that he will lyrically get murdered. But I know at least he's hurt, 'cause Agent Orange just sent the Secret Service to meet in person to see if I really think of hurting him, or ask if I'm linked to terrorists. I said only when it comes to ink and lyricism. But my beef is more media journalists. Hold up. I said my beef is more media journalists can get a mouthful of flesh. And yes, I mean eating a penis, 'cause they've been panning my album to death. So I've been giving the media fingers. Don't wanna turn this to a counseling session, but they've been putting me through the ringer. So I ain't ironing shit out with the press. But I just took this beat to the cleaners. If she was flavor, I won't save her. No taste buds go later. Fuck you looking at, hater. I saw them eyes like an ass raper. Try to copy
Kill
my swag
confirmed.
like a cheating classmate. I'll be the last face you see before you pass when you get your fucking ass graded like a math paper. So ahead of my time, late means I'm early. My age is reversing. I'm basically 30, amazingly sturdy, zany and wordy, brainy and nerdy, blatantly dirty, insanely perverted, rapey and scurvy. They blame me for murdering Jamie Lee Curtis. Said I put a face in the furnace. A piece of furniture, egg beat a thermos. It may be disturbing what I'm saying is cringeworthy, but I'm urinating on Fergie. Call Shady number 81 Shirley. I'm turning into the Aaron Hernandez, a rap state of emergency. The planet's having panic attacks. Brady's returning. Matter of fact, I may be deserving of a pat on the back like a Patriots jersey. Inexplicable stomach growl from the pit of it like a fucking terrier. Despicable, dumb down, ridiculous, tongue is foul. Shoot off at the fucking mouth like a missile, a thundercloud. 100-pound pistol, pull the trigger, this gun'll sound, and you'll get around the digital underground. And fuck Dan Colto with a clan poster, with a lamppost, for handle, shutter, a damn butter, a sandal, a can no butter, a candle, rubber, piano, a flannel, sucker, some hand soap, butter, a banjo, and manhole cover. Hand over the mouth and no smother trample. Ran over the tramp with the Land Rover, the van, the Lambo. Hummer and Roadrunner go ham, donut go Rambo. Gotta make an example of her. That's for Sandra Blanho and Philando. Hannibal on the lamb, no wonder I am so stubborn. I'm anti, can't no government handle a commando. Your man don't want it, Trump's a bitch. I make his whole brain go under. And tell Dre I'm meeting him in LA, white Bronco on the L-way, speeding. I'm about to run over a chick, Del Rey CD in. Female steak eating him, betcha Del Rey bleeding in L-way, bleeding, screaming is pointless. Like feeding Michelle A. helium. Leaving him pale-faced, medium-sized welt, straight treating him like a cellmate seedy. I'm climbing Hell's Gate. Bitch, I'm like your problems, self-made. Meaning so
Sentry gun ready to deploy. Sentry gun deployed.
I look at me now, I'm thinking, damn, how proud of me I am. What I did is nothing to sneeze at, even if your allergies are bad. I'm up in the balcony in France. I look around, I see the fans, how they surround me in the stands, how they get down and I see a hand, then how they telling you out to me, and that's what I mean when I say
EMP systems ready. Swarm ready. Swarm active.
I've done it all, man. But in actuality, I haven't yet.
Kill confirmed.
Got no time for no haters in this bitch. No toleration for the shit, but like medication, my dedication and the time it takes to do this shit reminds me of how an overcrowded hospital waiting room will get. What I mean is maybe I have more patience than I'm able to.
Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun deployed.
For the trade, the shit for the trailer with the hitch that would make me a raving lunatic. But I made my situation, I hit pay dirt, now I get paper like a changing mark. But just cause I made a bit of change, and I've changed a little bit. Brain full of wind dangerous, can't think this is the language with it. And I'm just parading you, it did get shady till I'm 82. I spit this crazy, even crazy, cause I'm a blow. Better get the handkerchief again. So where am I supposed to go from here? Really, I have no idea.
Ready. Swarm activated. Hunter killer been destroyed. UAV online.
Been in survival mode since a 5-year-old. My trike was still viral. Changing my microphone. Looking back out, then been the pen and the pin had the savage within, having to win every single battle.
Sentry gun deployed.
All I ever wanted was to be an MCT. You see, I wrote obediently, believing in me, EP and teaching me, learning to defeat enemies with the big things.
Friendly nukes have been launched. Friendly nukes have been launched. Friendly predator missile inbound.
I'ma beat my drum. Out like feedback from. You see my finger, you see my thumb. You see my fist for a peace pipe. I'm here for the smoke, but it's not the way.
Systems ready. Swarm ready. Swarm activated.
Inclined to be a steep climber.
Kill confirmed.
Kill battle, but I'm up like your feet in a recliner. And I think I'm up, stop this going like a climber. Time to push my ceiling higher, 'cause
Kill confirmed.
really I have no idea.
Hurting. Fight. Sentry gun ready. Sentry gun deployed. Kill confirmed. Keep on.
Really I have no idea. All I know is every time
EMP systems ready. Swarm ready. EMP systems incoming. Swarm activated. Friendly orbital laser deployed.
It has been said that there has been known to be bloodshed over bread. Men who have bled to death. Heads like bombs that are like lead. Reloading. It's scary, ain't it? Picture yourself going out of sight.
UAV online.
The bus painted all over street corners. Feeds meet the mourners. While we meet the coroners, notorious tried to warn us. Why so many piggyback off of Biggie's back empire? So sad to see us reenact these tragic events, which lead us back to where we left off on March 9th. To come from such hard knock lives and make it a Bible. Spotlights and once they're on us, this is our lives. Dust out for all lives.
Mission accomplished. Good
See who
work.
can last the longest, and he who lasts the longest must be the strongest. In this concrete jungle, where this dog-eat-dog mentality comes from, its origin, which is usually originated from cats who starving, or it could just be somebody's aura that just horrifies and applies to his persona or the sizes in his entourage that intimidates the people to the point that you know he's One of his off things in the blood of your way. Just started your tape of NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on. When I caught a guy, give me an awkward eye. Strangled him off in the parking lot with his corking eye. I don't give a fuck if it's dark or not. I'm harder than me trying to park a Dodge when I'm drunk as fuck. Right next to a humongous truck in a 2-car garage. Hopping out with 2 broken legs, trying to walk it off. Fuck you too, bitch, call the cops. I'ma kill you and them loud ass motherfucking barking dogs. And when the cops came through, me and Dre stood next to a burned down house. With a can full of gas and a handful of matches. And still weren't found out. Right here. So from here on out, it's the chronic too. Starting the day and tomorrow's a new. And I'm still local enough to choke you to death with a Charleston chew. Slim Shady, hotter than a set of twin babies. And the Mercedes Benz with the windows up when the temp goes up to the mid-80s. Call it men, ladies. Sorry, Doc, but I've been crazy. There's a way that you can save me. It's okay, go with him, Haley. Nowadays, everybody wanna talk.
So long, you've been patiently waiting to make it through all the hating, debating whether or not you can even weather the storm. With you laying on the table, they operating to save you. It's like an angel came to you, safe from the heavens above.
They think it's crazy, but they ain't crazy. Let's
Kill
face it, shit,
confirmed.
basically they just playing sick. They ain't shit, they ain't saying shit. Spraying 50s, A to the K, get in the way. I bring Dre and them with me and turn this day into fucking mayhem. You staying with me? Don't let me lose you. I'm not trying to confuse you.
UAV
And I
online.
with this Uzi and just shoot through your Isuzu. You get the message, am I getting through to you? You know it's coming, you motherfuckers don't even know to you. Take some big and some pop, and you mix them up in a pot. Sprinkle a little Big L on top. What the fuck do you got? You got the realest and illest killers tied up in a knot. The juggernauts of this rap shit. Like it or not, just like the fight to the top. Get out of the spot, put your life in this. Nothing else about this shot. Y'all know what time it
Sentry
is.
gun
Soon
ready
as
for
50
deployment.
signs on this dot. Shit, what you know about that threat? 'Cause
Kill
I get a
confirmed.
lot. Shitty business was 80 seconds away from the tower. Some cowards walk with the wrong building. They meant to hit ours. Better evacuate all children. Nuclear showers, there's nothing spookier. You're not with
EMP systems ready. EMP systems incoming. Sentry gun deployed. Swarm ready. Swarm activated.
Get it? Name 'em, we gon' hit 'em. Chew 'em up and spit 'em out. Too much venom, and if you roll with 'em, we gon' fuck you up with 'em. I got too much momentum moving in my direction. My shoes will explode soon as you step in 'em. You know how we do it when we do how we do it. When we come through, the unit D1. We all move like assassins. Ski mask and gloves, consider this as a warning. Disaster comes faster than you can react to it.
Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
Bitch ass up, we are now killers. My vato will have you shot though. Drag you to the talk like Kim Osario's little sorry ho ass. Go ass, be real. We burn so it's covered like fucking Cypress. Shady records, better believe the hype is real. This is no joke. I don't smoke, but I toke enough secondhand to make my fucking BO choke. I'm an OG, you're fucking with a G.I. Joe. B.I.B.I. me, I be the psycho. Mariah ain't got shit on me. I'm tired. I'm getting baby food on people. Come on, ranch, huddled up next to them. Hello Kitty slippers on, humping the legs. You ever had your cat built back or your shit pushed in? I put my blade in you like a fucking pin cushion. Slice your ear clean off, stand off and hang dog. I show you how to kill a fucking man like Sing Dog. Nobody told you that I'm loco, SA. I lack everything chemical in my membrane. I'm Slim Shade. D&D's for these nuts. And you can get each one for free, so feast up. I'll be in a cut for 3 months. I'm having an E-party for Easter. Please come. We gon' bring it to anybody else.
Enemy napalm has been deployed. Be careful. Enemy airstrike incoming. Careful. Hostile sentry gun in your AO. Keep on.
I'm dead wrong.
I chose my own fate. I drove by the fork in the road and went straight.
I'm a poet, the song, a regular modern day Shakespeare. Jesus Christ, the king of these latter-day saints here. To shatter the picture in which that is they paint me as a monger of hate and Satan, a scatterbrained atheist. But that ain't the case, see, it's a matter of taste. We as the people decide if shade is as bad as they say he is. Or is he the latter, a gateway to escape? Media scapegoat, they can be bad at today. See, it's as easy as cake, simple as whistling Dixie. While I'm waving the pistol and 60 Christians against me. Go to war with the Mormons, take a bath with the Catholics in holy water. No wonder they try to hold me under longer. I'm a motherfucking spiteful, delightful, eyeful, the new Ice Cube. Motherfuckers hate to like you, what did I do? I'm just a kid from the gutter making his butter off these bloodsuckers. Cause I'm a motherfucking renegade. Never been afraid to say what's on my
Kill confirmed.
our anger and our hate. Control our mental state, settle down and set it straight. Maybe we can learn to take a second to pump the brakes before we set it. Regret later and let it escalate. Cause by then it's too late. Swallow and tolerate comes the image he portrays in a picture that he paints. But in the midst of all this anger and this angst, never once did you hear me say I'm a gangster and I ain't hear no complaints. But I know that I will always continue to grow as long as I leave.
Reloading! Reloading! Cover me!
The game will never be the same.
Sentry gun ready to deploy.
Reloading!
Sentry gun deployed.
Like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder why I keep on ducking under the bed when I hear thunder. Cause I ain't crazy, I say shit is crazy. The crazy people to make me believe it ain't to me. Believe in shady so they can be easy. Maybe I
EMP systems ready. EMP systems incoming.
many motherfucking murderers.
Swarm ready.
I don't care if you use it to murder somebody. I just want to be there when you do it.
Changing my...
Swarm activated. Hunter killer has been destroyed.
Fucked up 'cause of me. Girls is knocked up. Fuck it like pop.
Hunter killer drone deployed.
Come join, pick up a Glock and just point. Now everybody's killing everybody.
Changing my... Cover me!
UAV online. Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun deployed.
Man, it feels like these walls are closing in. This roof is caving in. Up, it's time to raise it then. Get chasing them, but like my poker rhymes got a fucking boy. Cooking out of my
Reloading! Cover me!
look in my eyes, I stole that.
EMP systems ready. Swarm ready. EMP systems incoming.
Name up, fuck this game. I came to play, but the game ain't gonna be the same.
Swarm activated. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
Sleep on me. Swear your head alive. Permanently bitches petty by. This world is my Easter egg. Get prepared to die. My confidence is up.
Changing my...
Sentry gun ready. Sentry gun deployed.
So fast you're fucking nasty. I split your cabbage and your lettuce and olives. I fucking pick the world up and I'm a trap.
Reloading! Cover me!
Alright, hold up. Stop the beat a minute. I got something to say. Dre, I wanna tell you this shit right now.
EMP systems ready.
I got the motherfucking
EMP systems incoming.
Slim, I don't know if you noticed it, but I've had your back from day one, nigga. Let's blow this bitch.
I mean it, dog. You ever need somebody off who's thrown this shit?
Swarm ready.
Kill that kill bitch, I'll show you where the
activated.
ocean is.
Well, that's cool, and I appreciate the offer. But if I don't decide to really murder my daughter's mama, I'ma sit her up in the front seat and put sunglasses on her. California and have her waving at people. Then drop her off on the corner at the police station and drive off honking the horn for her. Raw dog, get your arm gnawed off. Drop the sword off and get the piece of the sword off of. Blood, I wanna see some lungs coughed up. Get shot up in the hot tub till the bubbles pop up and they know the walk's not up. Mucus and hot water. That's for trying to talk like the chronic was lost product.
gun deployed.
Reloading it. Come on.
Let's pretend Marshall Mathers never picked up a pen. Let's pretend things would have been no different. Pretend he procrastinated, had no motivation. Pretend he just made excuses that were so paper thin they could blow away with the wind. Marshall, you're never gonna make it. Makes no sense to play the game. There ain't no way that you'll win. Pretend he just stayed outside the game and played with his friends. Pretend he even had a friend to say was his friend. And it wasn't time to move and schools were changing again. He wasn't social when he was as a kid. He had a father and his mother wasn't crazy as shit. And he never dreamed he could rip stadiums and just lazy as shit. Fuck a talent show in the gymnasium, bitch. You won't amount to shit. Quit daydreaming, kid. You need to get your cranium checked. You're thinking like an alien, it just ain't realistic. Now pretend pain just make him angry with this shit. And there was no one he could even aim when he's pissed it. And his alarm went off to wake him, but he didn't make it to the rap Olympics. Slept through his plane and he missed it. He's gonna have a hard time explaining to Haley and Laney these food stamps and his wick shit. Cause he never risked shit. He hoped and he wished it, but it didn't fall in his lap. So he ain't even here. He pretends that
Airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars.
there they go, back in stadiums as shady spits his flow. Nuts they go, macadamian they go so ballistic, whoa. He can make them look like bozos, he's wondering if he should spit this slow. Fuck no, go for broke, his cup just runneth over, oh no. He ain't had him a buzz like this since the last time that he overdosed. They've been waiting patiently for Pinocchio to poke his nose back into the game, and they know rap will never be the same as before. Bashing in the brains of these hoes and establishing a name as he goes. The passion and the flame is ignited, you can't put it out once we light it. This shit is exactly what the fuck that I'm talking about when we riot. You dealing with a few true villains who stand inside of the root, true spilling and spit true feelings until our true feelings come flying up out of our mouths. Never mind it. You got my fuck up for the way that you got me. How's it taste? But I slap the taste out of your mouth with the bass so loud that it shakes the place. I'm Hannibal Lecter, so just in case you're thinking of saving face, you ain't gonna have no face to say by the time I'm through with this place. So Drake, place so Drake. It may not mean nothing. Please put your arm to call me when it's drama. Times could have turned Dolly with the line, but I squashed my beats and things seem to be looking decent recently, but don't jinx it. It's like Clint Eastwood looking for peace. The priesthood, but at least should make an attempt to put some
Changing mic.
starter and finisher into the mind of a thick-skinned This patience of mine is thinner than twine is when I get attacked, so I might say something back that might offend you. So if you don't like when I rap, I'll have to say on the mic.
Reloading it.
When I act just like quarterbacks and take a fucking bite when I snap, cause I'm a sinner and I'm
Changing mics.
plus balls and intestine. And they never impress me. They tell me when I'm fucking up the minute I'm ever giving it less than I'm about to vomit and I can feel it coming cause failure's something I can barely stomach and I only listen.
Reloading it. Cover me.
Sentry gun ready to deploy. Sentry gun deployed.
Changing mic.
Stealth chopper inbound. Our sentry gun has been destroyed. EMP systems ready. EMP systems incoming. Our sentry gun has been destroyed. Friendly orbital laser deployed.
Reloading it. Cover me.
Friendly orbital laser deployed. Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Friendly stealth chopper inbound. Our sentry gun has been destroyed.
Changing mic.
Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun deployed. advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Just another day. Good job. Kill confirmed.
Changing my Kabami.
Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun deployed. Kill confirmed. EMP systems ready. EMP systems incoming. Swarm ready. Swarm activated. UAV online. Kill confirmed.
Changing mag.
confirmed. Sentry gun deployed. Kill confirmed. EMP systems ready. EMP systems incoming. Swarm ready. Swarm activated. Friendly swarm activated. Our hunter-killer has been destroyed. Friendly napalm deployed. Friendly airstrike incoming. Friendly RAPS activated. Friendly napalm deployed. Friendly airstrike incoming. Friendly RAPS destroyed. Friendly RAPS activated. Friendly RAPS destroyed. Sentry gun ready for deployment. Sentry gun deployed. Friendly swarm activated. Friendly RAPS ready.
Warning, friendly nuke has been launched. Repeat, friendly nuke has been launched.
EMP systems ready. Mission accomplished. Good work.
In my guts, unless you're my fucking belly button, don't
Every year, there are countless missing person cases. Most will be solved quickly, but some disturbing disappearances leave investigators scratching their heads and families fearing the worst. Kevin Dundon was 22 years old when he vanished without a trace in September of 1980. His case was officially a missing person case, but his family has always believed something sinister happened. Kevin was working on a ferry when he became a missing person. He worked as a galley man and normally didn't have any trouble on boats. But when his brother dropped him off for what would be his final trip, he seemed off. The ferry was traveling from Suffolk to Belgium and back. Kevin wasn't happy with the boat and told his brother that he didn't like the crew, but he went ahead with the job. His family never saw him again. The journey to Belgium went smoothly. It was on the return trip that the mysterious disappearance occurred. Kevin was last seen on the evening of September 21st. He and other members of the crew were having drinks in the private bar, and he went to work in the plate room at about 6 p.m. and was there for half an hour. The last confirmed sighting was at 6:30 when he was seen leaving through a door that led to either the restroom or the deck. The rest of the crew realized Kevin was missing when he didn't respond to calls on the public address system. A quick search of the ferry took place, but it didn't stop. The ferry docked in Suffolk and passengers disembarked. Kevin was nowhere to be found. Kevin's family was alerted to his mysterious disappearance, but they also received another strange phone call. A priest phoned in to say one of the men aboard the boat came to visit as soon as the boat docked. The priest said that he couldn't share what he had been told, but that something bad had happened aboard the ferry. The initial investigation into the missing person case was lacking. It was officially investigated as an unexplained disappearance, but police would sometimes treat it as an unsolved true crime. Kevin's family believed it's unlikely he fell overboard or took his own life. The sea was extremely calm at the time of the mysterious disappearance, and weather was good. Many passengers were on deck and would have seen if Kevin went overboard. The unsolved disappearance was recently reopened as a cold case. Workers who had been on board were tracked down and interviewed again. Unfortunately, nothing new was uncovered. Kevin's family believes someone knows what happened in this disturbing disappearance, and hope that that person will come forward to solve the case. The disappearance of Ruth Doss is a strange, unsolved missing person case. There's little information available and far more questions. Ruth was 73 years old when she went missing from Phoenix, Arizona. According to her family, she was the sort of person who liked to help those less fortunate than herself. In particular, she helped out at a halfway house, where she would often befriend those staying there. When she mysteriously disappeared in June of 1999, her most recent new friend was a man with a problem related to illegal substances. Ruth's lifestyle worried her family, especially her son, David. Ruth was apparently someone who saw the best in people, but her family worried that she would ignore the worst. On June 18, 1999, Ruth told her family she was going to meet George at the Denny's on 51st Avenue and Indian School Road. She claimed the chaplain would also be there. The last confirmed sighting of Ruth was at her home at 6 a.m. on the day she went to meet George. David was the first person to realize something was wrong. It was normal for Ruth to call David multiple times a day, but he hadn't heard from her at all. When he couldn't get through to his mother, David set out to solve this unexplained mystery. Ruth's car was found parked outside the Denny's. It couldn't be determined if Ruth had ever
Hey,
gone
what's
to
up,
the
bro?
restaurant, but it seemed as if nobody remembered seeing her or anybody asking for her. Ruth's family reported her as a missing person straight away. They didn't believe that she would have willingly walked away from her vehicle. David told newspapers at the time that he thought she'd been set up from the start. Police appealed to George to come through, though he was never named as a suspect in this mysterious disappearance. About a week after Ruth became a missing person, George contacted the police. He had checked himself into a rehabilitation program to deal with his substance issues. The doctor recognized him from photos in the police appeals and convinced him to contact the police. What George told police has never been made public, but it doesn't seem to have brought police closer to solving this disturbing disappearance. George himself passed away in 2004. The chaplain, if he existed, has never been identified. Ruth was 5'8" when she mysteriously disappeared and weighed 105 pounds. She had metal implants in both knees. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Phoenix Police Department at 602-262-6141. The morning of Tina Satchwell's disappearance was perfectly ordinary, according to her husband, Richard. He made her breakfast and she asked him to go to the supermarket. By the time he got home, she was gone. It was March 20th, 2017, when Tina was last seen. She was 45 years old at the time and lived in Ireland with her husband and their 2 dogs. They apparently had a happy marriage, though Michael claimed she'd been feeling depressed after some family disputes. When Michael returned home from the supermarket a few hours later, the only ones there to greet him were the dogs. This in itself was strange because Tina would take the dogs everywhere. But Michael wasn't too worried. He discovered some suitcases missing and assumed Tina had gone to stay with her family. He didn't believe she was a missing person. 4 days passed before Michael realized Tina's disappearance was unexplained. She hadn't gone to see her family, and the last time anybody other than Michael saw her was March 19th. Tina's mysterious disappearance was reported and police began the search. There was no sign of Tina on any CCTV. Police also checked ports in Ireland and the UK.
Welcome to Battle Royale. The match is about to start.
She had no passport and left her ID.
Time for the mission. Get ready.
There were no signs of foul play at her home, but Michael claimed
So much less here. Never mind.
Brooke took the opportunity to host a party at her home in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. Among the guests at the party were Brooke's boyfriend, Ricky Shirley. Brooke and Ricky had a difficult relationship. Like many of Brooke's friends, he had a criminal past. His offense was mostly involved in substances and assault. Ricky showed up to the party late and missed some guests. That prompted another argument between Brooke and Ricky. By the time Brooke's parents returned home at 2 a.m. on July 4th, she was sitting outside on the porch and was
No, you
She
look
told her parents about the night and said that she was going
pretty
to
much like
work
the same, but you have to buy your grades and
at
stuff.
2:30 a.m. and was never seen again. She left behind a note which read, "Follow me if you care." It was meant for Ricky, but when he saw the note isn't clear. Ricky was asleep when Brooke left. He spent the night in Brooke's bedroom and was woken up by a friend at 9 a.m. that morning. Brooke's parents reported her as a missing person when she didn't return home. At first, police believed Brooke had disappeared of her own accord. It wasn't until 3 weeks had passed that police began their investigation into this unsolved disappearance.
Got one.
No
Those
clues
motherfuckers.
concerning the unsolved case have ever been uncovered.
They're still teaming around with them.
And he was reported
Yeah, because we're still playing against, we're only playing against like 8 people.
However, he was never named as a suspect, and there was never any evidence that a crime took place.
We're playing
In
2018.
2018, Ricky passed away. He took any information that he might have had to the grave. In 2006, it looked like there might have been a break-ins.
Yeah. We were waiting for more people to just play duos because we were going to play just a bunch of duos. But everything's like normal federal.
However, the woman was soon identified as Esther Reed, a con artist who had many fake identities. Brooke has never been found. Many still suspect Ricky had something to do with the disappearance, but it's possible Brooke bumped into a stranger on her way to the store and met foul play that way.
The safe zone is collapsing.
In this unsolved mystery, should contact the Travelers Rest Police Department at 864-232-7463. The day of Lisa Marie Young's disappearance was supposed to be a day of celebration. She's now been a missing person for more than 20 years. Lisa was a 21-year-old First Nations woman living in British Columbia. She worked as a bartender and was in the process of moving to an apartment. Lisa had plans to go back to school and wanted to be a TV sports presenter. Her parents last saw her on the evening of June 29, 2002. She was going to the Jungle Cabaret nightclub with a group of friends. It was to celebrate the birthday of one friend, a man named Dallas Hulley. While out, the friends met a man named Christopher William Adair. None of the group knew Adair, but they got on well with each other. When the club closed, he offered to take
Airdrop is coming.
Before Lisa's mysterious disappearance, Adair took the group to 2 different parties. At the second party, Lisa got hungry. She was a vegetarian and there was nothing she could eat in the house, so Adair offered to take her to a restaurant that was still open. Lisa apparently trusted him enough to get in his car alone with him. They set off to an unknown destination at 4 a.m. on June 30th. Half an hour later, Lisa found Alex. Adair had driven her to another house party and wouldn't take her back. She didn't know where she
Airdrop
was.
has been delivered.
The final text message read, "Come get me. They won't let me leave." Lisa's parents realized something was wrong that afternoon when her roommate said that she had a friend. They contacted the police to report her as a missing person. Police were slow to react, telling the family to wait 48 hours, and it was months before official searches took place. Adair is classed as a missing person in the case. He claimed he dropped Lisa off at the party and she intended to get a taxi back. In 2020, there was a search at the property. A neighbor claimed he saw a body in a hammock in the backyard around the time Lisa went missing, but nothing was uncovered. A $50,000 reward for information leading to anyone with information in this strange missing person case should contact the local police. The mysterious disappearance of Chris Sylvia occurred during February of 2015. The 28-year-old hiker was preparing to take on the Pacific Crest Trail, a famous trail that stretches
Airdrop is coming. Airdrop.
through more than 2,600 miles of national park. Chris was an experienced hiker and outdoorsman, and his family were looking forward to seeing the photographs from his wilderness trip. Unfortunately, somewhere along the way, Chris mysteriously disappeared, and now, 7 years later, the strange but remains an unsolved mystery. On February 12th, 2015, Chris began a solo hike along the Pacific Crest Trail.
Yeah, it's good to have like 25K at least.
And told everyone that he would be back just a few
Yeah, at least
months
get your
later.
at least get your upgrade. Oh no, just because you can buy other things and stuff. Like I'd buy the revive coin, which is 15,000, and then the upgrade is about 5,000. So at least get 20K, and then you can grab a good amount of stuff.
Call to his friend on the 16th. He asked his friend to pick him up the following day at a
There's a buy station down here. This vehicle is a good one.
Their agreed upon destination. After hours of waiting,
Oh, no, I was about to say you can use that vehicle to the gym when it's down the hill where we just came from.
there was still no contact days later, which was truly strange. Even
I think we should head towards Black Market after we
people began to grow concerned about his prolonged disappearance. His roommate
Airdrop is coming.
Airdrop is coming.
the San Diego County Sheriff's Department, and a search search through the national park was
Skill chip ready for upgrade.
other players came forward after hearing to let investigators know that they'd found his missing equipment. A sleeping bag.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Whether these unusual stories may be connected to his mysterious disappearance. Anyone with information is asked to contact the San Diego County Sheriff's Department at 858-565-5200, reporting case number 1151-03721.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Claudia Kirschach had recently gotten her dream which meant reviewing resorts and attractions around the world. By the year 2000, Claudia accepted a last-minute invitation for a work trip to Cuba, a trip that would later lead investigators down the rabbit hole of one of the most bizarre missing person cases ever. On May 24th, 2000, Claudia and her coworker, Tanya Grossinger, arrived in Montego Bay, Jamaica, only to be informed that their Cuban work assignment had been unexpectedly canceled. All of the flights from Jamaica to the U.S. were full, meaning the girls were stuck on the island for a few days. It was the beginning of a strange...
The safe zone is collapsing.
...in which one of two people would go missing. The two stayed at the Sandals Resort, where Claudia soon caught the attention of a resort bartender named Anthony Grant, and they spent time together when he was off the clock.
Oh yeah, and your
A few
upgrades,
days later, Tanya was
your classes load faster too, just the mode that she chose.
Claudia's flight, meanwhile, wasn't for a few more days, and
Yeah.
she assured Tanya
It'll load up pretty fast if you want to just keep using them like crazy.
on June 2nd, when Claudia failed to show up for work in New York, her parents
Where at?
contacted
Black Market?
police. Hotel mates investigated Claudia's room and found
Copy.
The airdrop is coming.
I'm pushing from the backside.
all of her belongings, aside from a swimming pool, were found in the room.
Yeah, I think the opposite direction.
Reloading.
Yeah, it's only going to be groups of 2. We are the only group of 3. Yeah, it was because we were trying to do duos, but the last person that got out did, she started it right as we came in on accident. Oh, nice. That's a good person to kill. One at the top. That's Tripper. He's usually a sniper, but be careful, he might have grabbed you.
Come on, reloading.
Grant had phoned in sick to work. A forensic examination was undertaken at his home to search for evidence that would suggest that Claudia possibly had been there.
Yeah, it's probably
Sniffer dogs
teammate.
tracked Claudia's scent
Yeah, his teammate got revived. We have to kill him really fast together. Yeah, it's all revived.
on items in his home, such as boots and gloves.
Yeah, no.
No evidence was found.
We should hold down Black Market then.
However, especially
The airdrop is coming.
soon recovered a strand of Claudia's
Which direction did you see that guy drop?
without any further conclusion.
Oh, we got people dropping down.
Not being charged
Okay.
by investigators.
Right here, you
Airdrop
see him?
has been delivered.
Over the
Never mind.
He's somewhere around there for sure. I just saw him.
years, covering up the truth about what
Enemy is near.
43-year-old Laura Albuquerque, New Mexico, was a local high school teacher, a girls' football coach, and a national
I got this guy, Tripper.
respected community leader, was known to be an avid outdoorsman.
What's up, Tripper? Where's your buddy? Where's Click at? Since they're separated, they can keep spawning each other because it's auto revive within a certain time frame. So you have to kill them like within the first like 50 seconds or something, or first minute. So we kill his teammate and then, or keep him crawling. Oh, it looks like he's getting all them over here. Okay, I'm pushing with you. I'm not seeing any footsteps. Really? Yeah, I think he's underneath. I'm gonna push down. Oh. What's up, Clay?
Safe zone is collapsing.
Try to kill my boy?
After being interviewed by detectives, none of the locals in the lighthouse had any recollection of ever seeing.
Yeah, it looks like his teammate came back.
Days later, Laura's missing van
Airdrop has been delivered.
doors were open and the keys were found still inside.
There's a purple extended mag up in these boxes here.
But there was no sign
Anybody
of
wants
her
it?
to be found.
Oh shit! I get sniped. They're up top. Up top.
Discovered that on the night of her disappearance,
I don't know. I'm not at the tower, but up on the mountain.
Spotted.
lasting only a second. The number was later
Yeah, he's at the top where the grapple's at.
who lived at the camp when Laura's van was recovered. Investigators would later find pieces of Laura's missing phone.
Hey, we gotta run. The circle's closing in. Do any of you guys got medic? I think that one's Uzi, so that's a different team.
Man with Laura's disappearance. Anyone with more information on what happened to cause her to go missing in the woods is quoting case number 1014126.
Yeah,
Oliver Wendell Munson was a
it kills us kind of fast.
at Ellicott City Middle
Well, we can keep this high ground over here,
School and had no enemies,
but you know damn well they're gonna be over here.
and mysteriously disappear without a trace.
Those ones that were up on the mountain.
Oliver had unknowingly stolen a car from a man named Dennis Watson. After speaking to the authorities,
Okay,
Oliver had agreed.
let's try to hold up where that box is,
But that would strangely never.
and then we work our way into that circle.
February 13th, 1984. Oliver left his home in
Okay.
Cantonville, Maryland. But when he failed to show up, the school's administration contacted his family to
Okay.
see what had happened. When Oliver was still
Oh,
missing
let's see.
come Valentine's Day, his family reported his bizarre case to
Watch to your left too.
His 1980 Ford Pinto was found abandoned a short distance from his home with a flat tire. There was no indication of a struggle or what happened to him. Weeks later, 2 receipts with Oliver's name on West Baltimore. Reports.
Copy.
Airdrop has been delivered.
However, the DNA evidence had been too much to perform any kind of in-depth analysis. Dennis Watson, the man Oliver was due to testify
Yeah, that's Trip.
over the stolen
Is it still going up? Is it in that window?
Enemy spotted.
Anyone with information is asked to contact the Baltimore County Police Department at 410-887-2214. Quoting case number 0.
Okay.
Changing mag.
Ford Escort. The drive from Crystal City, Missouri, to her hometown of Festus should have taken
I got him.
minutes. But when 10:30 p.m. came and went,
Woo! He almost got me with that Ravager.
her daughter was still missing. Diana's ever vigilant parents
Hey, that person's still in that building, yeah. They're inside that.
of their missing daughter.
I need armor.
The police
Hold on, I'll back camera up real quick. They're inside that building. Does anybody have Nova gas? You can see him sniping at us. Here, throw it on and fuck it. And we'll bum rush him.
City Police Department that they had seen Diana talking to a man in the car park on the day of her mysterious disappearance. The witness described the missing person of interest. But criminal investigators were unable to obtain any information from her. Unsolved decades later.
Above us.
The safe zone is collapsing.
He's fucked up. There's two running.
Crystal City Police Department at 636 reporting case number 210
Oh, I died outside the circle. Fuck.
36-year-old Camden Silver.
Oh, good shit, guys. Good.
4-year-old Michael Sullivan vanished without a trace while living their dreams in Manhattan, New York. The couple had a loft on Pearl, which was in the perfect vicinity of art galleries and everything good that Manhattan had. One brisk night in November of 1997, they changed all of that and throw their families into one of New York's most mysterious disappearances. On November 7th, 1997, the day their missing person cases began, Camden and Michael headed out of their loft and went for a jog around the block of Pearl Street and Hanover Square. The two regularly jogged down these streets, and according to some sources, the two were headed to a local video store to rent a movie. Witnesses recall seeing the couple jogging down Pearl and Hanover one final time before they went missing and never were found. When days had passed without contact, Camden's mother began to worry that her daughter had gone missing. None of the neighbors in the building had seen or heard from the couple, and everyone became very concerned about their disappearances. Camden's mother visited her apartment and found nothing missing or otherwise out of the ordinary. Inside the apartment, she found the video that Michael's keys and wallet, 2 pairs of running shoes, and both passports. It was clear that she remained back in the apartment, but Camden's mother quickly realized that her daughter's house keys and bag were missing. With fear and anxiety taking over, Camden's mother contacted the New York Police Department and officially reported the couple as a missing pair. Within hours, the loft apartment had become a crime scene after the couple was off. Despite numerous searches, no sign of the couple has ever been found, and there's been no movement from their bank accounts or social security numbers. The only possible suspect in their mysterious disappearance is Robert Rodriguez.
You are the jump leader. Good luck. Welcome to Battle Royale. The match is about to start. Time for the mission. Get ready.
We can land here.
two people were never found in the events, and were well known within the Arlington Heights circle. What should have been a normal cocktail party in May of 1970 quickly descended into what is considered one of the most bizarre mysteries in Chicago history. On May 15, 1970, Edward and Stefania donned their best clothes to a cocktail party at the Sheraton Chicago Hotel. The two intended to attend the party and rub shoulders with socialites and important members of the community before heading home. But that's not what happened on the night of their unsolved disappearances. According to those at the party,
First blood.
they were acting strangely, with Stefania crying and reporting that he was hungry. As the clock struck 9:30 p.m., the two said their goodbyes and left the party. And at this time, Stefania was still seemingly without reason. The Andrews made their way to the hotel's parking lot and got into the yellow. The parking attendant witnessed the two getting into the car, and as Edward revved the engine, a strange but true event occurred. In their missing person report, the hitting the door on the 69 Oldsmobile North in the southbound lane before disappearing into the distance, with Stefania crying. Unexplained events until much later. The days passed, and both Edward and Stefania were still missing. People at their workplace knew something was very wrong. The Arlington Heights Police Department performed a welfare check and found no sign of the couple in the house. There was nothing out of place, and there were no signs of a struggle. It was as if the couple had simply vanished into the air without a trace. Multiple searches were conducted, but the mysterious disappearances remain strangely unsolved. The Arlington Heights Police Department believes that Edward and Stefania's car somehow ended up in the Chicago River.
The safe zone is collapsing.
This theory has yet to be proven after many searches. Neither of the missing people have accessed their bank accounts or made contact with their family, and their strange but true case is still unsolved to this day. Stefania Andrews is described as a white female with graying brown hair, brown eyes, 5 foot to 5'9" and 100 to 170 pounds. Edward Andrews is described as a white male with gray hair and brown eyes, 5'11" to 6'3" and 190 pounds. The couple were last seen traveling in their Oldsmobile sport car with an Illinois license plate of BB9-986. Anyone with information on their mysterious disappearance is asked to contact the Arlington Heights Police Department at 847-368-5360, quoting case number 7004301. The mysterious disappearances of Claude and Martha Sue
The airdrop is coming.
have haunted the community of Corbin, Kentucky for over 51 years, and we are still no closer to solving the case than we were in 1971. 37-year-old Claude and 27-year-old Martha Sue lived as a working-class family in Gary's Trailer Park in Corbin, Kentucky with their 3 children. Their scary tragedy occurred decades ago on May 21st, 1971.
Airdrop has been
Claude
delivered.
and Martha Sue spent the night with everyone said their goodbyes. According to their missing person records, Claude and Martha took their children to bed, kissing them goodbye for what would be the last time. As the children fell into a deep slumber, Claude and Martha Sue quietly hopped into their white 1967 Ford. This would be the last time Claude and soon after the children were found, but their parents missing. The first and only clue came from the oldest child, who recalled hearing her parents whisper just before they left the trailer. Sheila hadn't quite fallen asleep and remembered her dad saying, quote, "Are you going with me, or are you going to stay?"
Skill chip ready for upgrade.
Claude and Martha Sue had gone missing shortly after uttering those final words. The only thing missing from the trailer was $600, but investigators do not believe they were cleared voluntarily. Claude and Martha Su were described as dedicated parents, and Martha Su
The airdrop is coming.
as a white male with brown hair and brown eyes, 5'6" and 100 pounds. The two were traveling in their white
Airdrop has been delivered.
Ford Galaxy 500. Information on their case is urged to contact the Kentucky State Police at 606-878-6622, quoting case number 11C14653. The mysterious disappearance discovered that their parents had simply vanished into thin air as the cruise ship was sailing between
Airdrop has been delivered.
would search for given to the Pham family is that Hugh Pham and Hugh Tran jumped off the cruise ship together, but the family insists that the two were social scene of downtown Vancouver when they inexplicably vanished into thin air. Retired from his position as an account director at the Bank of Montreal, and Lisa
The safe zone is collapsing.
Hairdresser. When they were missing from the nightlife on Hoe Street, the couple were often found traveling alone. But behind the facade of the perfect life, a strange but true mystery was building. In that the two had made wills. This behavior was noted as odd by their friends and family. As before, the two had lived comfortably.
The airdrop is coming. Engaging the enemies.
level of fitness is needed to reach its summit.
Holographic decoys released. Stealth chopper inbound.
Their teammate has been killed. Get the dog tag and help them return to the battle.
One such missing person who has never been found. Zaid was hiking when they reached the halfway point. They were too tired to carry on, and that they wanted to return to their vacation plans.
The safe zone is collapsing.
He told them
Airdrop incoming.
that other hikers on the mountain spotted Zaid as they were making their way down the mountain next to a stream. They stopped
Airdrop has been delivered.
and he indicated that his hike was going The search was launched by who traveled from South Africa, Australia, and the UK to assist. When Chief Sonyama of Nyaga was informed, he told the family that it would cost them $21,000 for the assistance. He claimed that it would cost them $1,000 and that the further $20,000 would be paid once they've tracked the missing man down. His family felt that they had no option but to pay the money, though it brought no results, and Zaid remains missing. 71-year-old Gladys Kidd from Rowan County, Kentucky, was last seen when she left her home on the 6th of August, 1990. She had just sold her farm, and when she left that day, she'd cashed the check, which was in the amount of $1,000. The teller that was serving her suggested that she take a cashier's check, but she refused and insisted that the money be given to her in cash. 17 days after her disappearance, her family received
Skill chips ready for upgrade.
to not look for her, and her family has since confirmed that she wrote the letter of her own volition. When her house was searched, it was found that she took her clothes and a filing cabinet with her, but left all of her other belongings behind. Her granddaughter told police that Gladys had been in a relationship with an unknown man. The man refused to talk to any of her family members on the phone, and stated that he didn't want his identity to friends, family, or members of her church. Before disappearing, she told her family that they knew the man who she was in love with, and stated
Down
that
to the
they
last
were
5
shocked
teams.
if they ever found out who he was.
Airdrop incoming.
Identified. Since the day of her mysterious disappearance, there have been no collections of her Social Security benefits. Her Social Security
Airdrop has been
number
delivered.
shown no activity, and her driver's license remains expired. Though her family believes that she may have been met with foul play, no further evidence has ever been found. Sarah McDermott, a 23-year-old woman,
The safe zone is collapsing.
tennis racket, and $60 in cash. She was heading to Flinders Park on Batman Avenue, East Melbourne, where she met up with 2 of her friends for a game of tennis. It was common for Sarah to catch the 9:10 p.m. train home from Richmond Station, and she would usually arrive home at around 10:30.
Find the hacker nearby. Quickly. System hacked.
At 9 a.m. They stated that Sarah had in fact caught a train she'd missed the Frankston Line train and instead caught a train to Caulfield. On the train, traveling to Kananook Station, where she'd left her car. A witness named Maria told police that she'd gotten off the train at the
System
same time as
online.
Sarah, and moments later, heard a stern female voice saying, "Give me my car keys back and stop fooling around." She looked back in the direction. But she couldn't see what had happened. When police arrived at Sarah's car, she was on the ground of a struggle.
The safe zone is collapsing. Only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory.
Area of trees nearby, where the dirt seemed to have been recently. A cigarette lighter was found next to 2 parallel. Forensic analysis confirmed that the one. In July of that year, several friends of a street worker named Jody Jones came forward to tell police that she'd confessed. But denied any involvement.
Keep fighting.
Police oversee. Sarah's mysterious disappearance remains unsolved. The Sarah Joe was a 17-foot Boston Whaler motorboat with an 85 horsepower engine. It was named after the owner's mother, Sarah, and his father, Joe. On the 11th of February, 1979, 5 friends, Scott, Benjamin, Peter, Patrick, and Ralph, boarded the Sarah Joe on the Hawaiian island of Maui in clear and excellent weather conditions. 2 hours after they set off, none of them had checked the weather report, since they'd only planned to be in the water for a few hours. However, a major low-pressure system was quickly approaching the islands, and when the storm hit,